Bonjour. Good morning. Thank you for coming here. I know there's a lot of really good stuff happening in the festival, so the fact that you're spending some minutes with me means the world. I'm also very happy I just found out that the winners of the Young Creatives were kind of like countries that are not necessarily always winning. Peru first place and Colombia second place, which is great. It talks a lot about some of the topics that I'm going to talk in the conversation, which is about opening ourselves to different markets and to diversity in that sense. So very happy that these things are becoming a reality. What I want to do, rather than just speak straight into a theory of sorts, I want to basically talk about some random thoughts about ideas and about our industry. Hopefully you find any of those interesting. So take it almost like different fragments or different segments of random ideas, and if any of them are helpful for you, I will be very, very satisfied. The whole thing, the whole purpose comes about the history that we're living now, the moment in which we're living. Ideas are the most important asset of the 21st century. Never in history has ideas been such in demand. Never in the history of humanity ideas have been in such demand. So it's great to be living in an industry that creates ideas. I think it's a great time to do what we are doing. While many people talk about the transformation or the death of advertising, I think it's exactly the opposite. I think it's a great moment to be living where we are. Strong, innovative business ideas are dominating the economy today. Right? When you look at something like, for example, Google, what a great idea. If you consider that an idea, it's revolutionizing the world. You look, for example, at all the innovations in technology, those are great business ideas and great product development ideas. But also creative advertising, creative ideas can also separate a product or a brand from the sea of sameness. So there's a great moment happening at this time. So I want to talk a little about where these ideas come from, or how can we as an advertising industry create better ideas. And there's also something that is interesting, which is the fact that creative advertising, going back to the specifics of advertising, creative advertising has been scientifically proven to be better advertising. And when I say scientifically proven, I'm not exaggerating. What I'm saying is there have been plenty of studies, from the studies of the early 90s, mid-90s, that Donald Cohn did when he still was at Leo Burnett, studies a couple of years ago of the McKinsey consultant group with the Art Directors Club in Germany, or some studies from a guy called Etienne Abile in Switzerland in the early 2000s. What they did was proven that creativity sells, that creativity really works. What they have done, for example, just to give you an example of the methodology, is they took hundreds of spots that were award-winning spots around the world and measured them against their objectives, their marketing objectives, measured them against what they call boring performance, basically straight information ads. And they discovered that 87% of the time, so this is 87 is an average of the three studies that I mentioned, 87% of the times creative advertising sells more. So creativity is not a luxury, it's a need, and it's working. However, there's this big strange contradiction of certain agencies that still, I forgot my slide, I'm sorry. Certain agencies that still believe that it's almost like there's a shame in the fact of defining themselves as creative agencies. There's big international networks, big agencies that say, we're not in business for creativity, we're in business to sell the products of our clients. You know, that's bullshit if you allow my language. What clients want are real, strong ideas that bring solutions. So this whole thing of creativity, it's something we can live without. Does not really work. What we need to do is to take creativity, define creativity more broadly. Creativity in the advertising agency can not only be associated with the creative department, but with all the departments. It's about a creative way to work. It's about creating new forms of work and evolving into a new type of work. So I want to start with the concept of an ace for ideas. The idea is that advertising agencies need to create an environment that really become an inspiration that enable people to generate better ideas. That should be the purpose of creating an advertising culture, an agency culture, right? There's no many things that I can tell you about agency culture. There's very obvious things. You need to have a clear vision, of course. You need to have a leader that can enable that vision, that can really promote that vision and communicate it clearly to people. And you need to have people that believe that the vision is attainable. So only combining all those elements, you can generate a creative culture that works.